Welcome to the Bristow University online training. In this video, we are going to be looking at changing out the ICM 493, as you'll see in the next slides, into the ICM Sentry 3-in-1 surge protection.
Hey, Bill Ramsey from Bristow University here with...
Hey, I'm Jamie Hill with WR Bristow.
And we're going to take a little bit of your time to show you a little bit about our 3-in-1 surge protection and describe how it works, and we're going to change one out. So as you can see, we've got a 493.
Correct.
That's currently running the system, and it has surge protection, and it also does line voltage monitoring. What it doesn't do that we're going to add in is it does not have a disconnect, and we need to have a disconnect at every outdoor unit. So that's what we're going to be up to, Jamie.
Yep. So why don't we kill the power to the 493 and start removing it so we can rewire it?
I think that's a good place to start. So we're going to open this up. You can see the power is off looking at the display.
Okay.
And we're going to open this thing up. One screw, it flips down forward, and all our connections, our contactor here, we'll disconnect these wires from our contactor, and we'll pull this off the wall, get all our wiring out, and go on from there. Jamie, how would you like to help me get this all disconnected?
Sure, absolutely.
So if you'd hold that in place, I'll try and get...
All right, we are now disconnected. The ground is here. And here.
Yep.
Now that Bill and Jamie have successfully removed the 493, we're going to zoom in and kind of tell you a little bit about it.
All right. Here on the back side of the 493 display, we've got our 5 MOVs. These are thermal banks to help with the surge protection, to absorb that surge. The line voltage monitoring is actually going to be done with the board. And when we have an event for line voltage, whether it drops out too high or too low, we drop both legs of our contactor out, making sure we don't have a brownout and hurt the board on inside the equipment. It's an added protection that we're giving to inverter and non-inverter equipment.
I wanted to show you the 3-in-1 the way you get it. It's going to be a solid closed box. And these brackets are going to come inside. We've already mounted the brackets to save a little time. And then we use Unibit to pre-drill our holes in the bottom here for our cables. We're going to be using our connections for seal tight, and we'll run our cable in with seal tight so it's to code. And first we got to hang it on the wall. So that's our next step. So we've got everything wired in, and we've got the power back on. So we've got high voltage there. We've got our disconnect here. Makes it real easy for servicing. We've got a green light here on our surge protection, and that means that we've got protection here. The click you just heard was our time delay in our voltage monitor. So we're monitoring both for high voltage and for low voltage, and we can set the parameters on here where we want it to be. If we have a high voltage or low voltage fault, it's going to drop out both legs of our contactor, and that's going to eliminate any power source to the unit until it has got the proper voltage so that our voltage monitor can then pull it back in. So there will be a time delay, and it'll be monitoring the voltage. Then it'll bring our contactor back on, and everything go back into operation. So that's in a nutshell how our 3-in-1 works. Very nice looking. Special note, if you don't want the door on the left, you can either flip it over, or this hole inside, 4 screws, it comes out, flips over, and we can put the door on the right side. So it's very versatile in where you can locate that box.
All right. So one thing about the surge protection that we have here, this ICM 517A is our surge protection, which is offered as a standalone product. Our ICM 492C is a standalone product. And these can be field replaced. So if something were to happen to the line voltage monitor, we can replace it. The 517A has got a finite number of MOVs in it. There are 10. Once those 10 MOVs are used up, they've hit 10 surges, the green light will go off. It will still have power going to the equipment, we just won't have the surge protection. We now can cut power off to the unit here, replace our 517A with a 517A Lite with a 517A, and now recharge our surge protection on the device.
Now the guys are going to be telling us more about the 492.
So here we're talking about the ICM 492. We can see that we're getting 235 volts to the unit right now. It's telling us that the load is on. So that way we're getting a pass-through voltage here for our line voltage. One thing we can see is if we select, we've set our voltage at 243 coming in. There's a delay. When we have a fault, we can change that. We're going to change it to 10 seconds. Over and under voltage, we can change this to a maximum of 10, but we can also change and tighten that threshold of over and under voltage. So here's the under voltage at 10%. We can have this control a normally open or normally closed device. We also can have a response time. 3 seconds is what the factory set is. And here are the fault codes. We had an under voltage at 222 volts. So we cut the system off when we first powered it on. So we also, it will save up to 5 faults, and then it will flash and let you know which ones they are. 3, 4, and 5. So that way we can see what happens and what the fault code was. Was it over a voltage or under voltage? So that's putting in our Century 3-in-1 for ICM. To see more installs, look us up, ask for one of our sales reps, or come attend Bristow University with Professor Bill here, and we'll get you trained up.
Great.